Hey, this is Mike England. I wanted to show you how, if you're in the you're in the mortgage industry, how you can target some specific clientele, direct to consumer type ads from Facebook. So first of all, I'm going to click this drop down arrow right here. Hopefully, there we go. And right here, it'll say create ads, manage ads. So I'm going to go ahead and create ad. And this is through your ads manager. This is called the Facebook ads manager that's loading up right here. This is where you want it. You want to be either run your ads through the ads manager or the Power Editor. The difference is Power Editor is a little harder to use, but it has some extra functionality. But for the most part, you should be able to run all your ads through the ads manager. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just we're going to just boost, essentially boost a post. We'll say that we're running some kind of post, and I'm going to name this post. Let's go, first time home buyer. All right. So we're going to have this. We'll pretend that this is a special program to help people that are first-time home buyers that have the income level, but maybe don't think that they're in a position to buy their first home, or they're close to being in that position, and they may be 3 to 6 months out, something like that. And you can start working with them through the pre-approval process. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to hit continue. Then under here, I'm going to go ahead and pick a location, and the location I'm going to choose is I'm going to use Las Vegas, my new hometown. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a 25-mile radius. I'm going to cover all of Vegas for this campaign, and then I'm going to choose my age demographic. Now, I just heard a statistic that in the current trend, or the current year, millennial buyers, this is people between the ages of 18 and 34, millennial buyers are representing 53% of first-time home buyers. So surprisingly, I would actually put maybe 24. I'll go 24 on this, and I'm going to even go probably, I'm going to go 40. And then under here, I'm going to hit browse, and I'm going to go demographics. Now we have a running total right here. This 760,000 people is a running total, and this is the number that's going to determine how many people we're going to reach within this demographic. Now, 760,000 people in Vegas, 24 to 40, that's too many people. We really want to get this boiled down. So this is some of the categories I would do. I would do demographics, and I would do, let's go to, let's see here, home, which is the 5th one down. And then I'm going to go home ownership, and I'm going to click first time home buyer, and I'm actually going to click renters as well. All right, so we got first time home buyer and renters. That's 240,000 people. Now I'm going to narrow this audience, and I'm going to choose for this category, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to demographics again, and I'm going to go to financial, and I'm going to do income, and I'm going to say that, I can't do credit scores, but I can do monthly income. So it's, obviously if I could do credit scores, that would be fantastic. That would be the best. But income definitely is not bad either. So I'm going to go, all right, if you're a first-time home buyer, this is probably about the lowest household income that we're really, I would consider working with, but I'm going to go 40, 75, then we're going to go 75 to 100, and we're going to go to 125, and we will go to 150. If you are over $150,000 in monthly income, I'd be surprised if you're in the category first-time home buyer, and most of the time you're not renting, unless, of course, this is your second home, second location, and you're only here on a temporary basis. So this is 82,000 people, and this is the demographic I'm building here. So then I'm going to go ahead and I would save this audience, and I would name it something along the line of first time home buyer. And I would do, let's go, Las Vegas. I'm actually going to go back here to objective. I want to create a post. So originally I did boost a post. We're just going to, send somebody to a website. So you can always go back and change these things. These are your, basically your step-by-step. So we did objective. We did audience. So now we're on number 2. I'm going to go back to audience. Oh, did I lose my audience? That's a bummer. All right, so I'm going to walk you through that again. So we're going to go Las Vegas. I'm going to go faster this time. If it's 12:25 my time, I'm going to show you how fast you can set up your audience. Las Vegas, 25 miles. Then we're going to go 24 to 40. All right. We're going to then go targeting. I can also type in here. So we're going to go first time home buyer. All right, then we're going to go, we want renters. So then I'm going to click renters. Then we're going to narrow the audience. So it could be a first-time home buyer or a renter, but they have to, once I hit the narrow audience, fit the income level. So I'm going to go browse, demographics, financial. I'm going to go 100, 125, 125, 150. I'm going to go 30 to 40. I'm going to go 75 to 100. 50 to 75. So I just covered my bases. 30 to 125. 88,000 people. Wow, that actually was a little bit more than last time, which is weird. All right, so now what I'm going to do is exclude people. So I'm going to go browse behaviors. I'm going to go residential profiles. I'm going to go recent mortgage borrower, and I'm going to click recent home buyer. And I'm actually going to do mortgage lender. And I want to do, did I do that right there? Mortgage. Oh, that didn't pop up for me. Let's see here. So you got to sometimes play with it. But I'm looking for mortgage advisor. Let's go, that's fine. I'm excluding a mortgage advisor. Mortgage. Now I'm going to do job titles. You want to make sure it says job title. So I'm going to go processor, mortgage, underwriter. I'll probably do 4 of these. You can do as many as you want, but I just kind of want to show you what some of your options are there. So, all right. So now, what I want to do is we are going to go ahead and not advertise on the right-hand column and not advertise on the audience network. We're going to do newsfeed, Instagram, and desktop newsfeed. So Instagram is really picking up some steam with their advertisements. So I would definitely keep Instagram on, especially when you're reaching, the millennial audience. So you don't want to miss out on that. Daily budget. Don't be a cheapskate, but you can go as low as $5, for 30 days or 7 days or 1 day if you want to. In my case, I love to spend about $10 to $15 a day per campaign, so I'll do 10, and I'm going to usually run that campaign for at least 30 days, just to get a really good sample size. You'll know if this ad is performing after about 14 days. If the ad isn't performing in 14 days, you can always go back and readjust, pause the ad, readjust, and then start the ad again, or just cancel the ad altogether. But if you're not going to, I just got back from the Inman Connect conference, and one of the things, one of the people that was the keynote speaker was Gary Vaynerchuk, who is the king of digital marketing and Facebook advertising. And one of the things that he made very clear is that if you are not spending at least $1,000 a month in Facebook ads, you are really missing the mark. And that includes real estate, that includes the mortgage industry. You got to carve it out. You got to carve a budget out, because Facebook advertising, it works. It really works. It works at a high level. It is the biggest advertising platform quickly growing to being the #1 advertising platform in the world, over television commercials, over radio, over print. It really does work. So yes, you can spend a very little amount. And I hear sometimes people say, wow, it's fantastic. I can do Facebook ads for $50 or $100 and spend a very minimal amount to be able to run ads and you know, and reach my targeted audience. Well, you want to just reach your targeted audience and get a little taste, or do you want to actually grow your business and really drive in some big numbers? Then you're going to have to spend some money. So that's my little, you know, I'll get off my soapbox, but I definitely want to make it clear. I don't make any money off of Facebook. This is coming from personal experience. I personally run thousands of dollars in Facebook ads for some of my side businesses and some of my businesses that I've run in the for coaching programs and marketing. And when I owned my own marketing agency, I would run thousands. Some months upwards of $100,000 a month. So it's definitely worth your while. And the reason why I run that much is because it works, and the payout would be tremendous. So so there you go. On this part, when you want to, it talks about optimizing your ads, ad scheduling. I don't mess with any of that for this campaign. Then I'm going to hit continue. And from the format here, I'm going to go ahead and create the ad. So I'm going to pick the page, and in this case, I'm just going to do England's advertising, which is my old it's my consulting page or advertising page, and website URL. I'm going to go ahead and just go marketingforhomes.com, and they will, you know, it's another one of websites I own. But you can put your website, your landing page, wherever you want them to go. And I'm using this as just one of the objectives. I really actually like to use video for a lot of my ads, but this is what I would do. So let's go ahead and we'll leave in. Let's click on images here, and I'm going to go for free stock images, and I'm going to say first time home buyer. And now these are all available and free for you to use. So there's nothing under first time home buyer. Maybe I needed to put a space between buyer. All right. So the ones with text probably won't work as well with that much text, but I do like this one. So let's use this one. And you can use up to 6 images and test them out. So this one does have a little bit of text. There's a rule of thumb that you usually want to use images that don't have more than 20% text of the image, but you can still run if it has more. You used to not be able to, but now you can. But these ones don't have people in it, and that sometimes doesn't work as well. So we're going to go ahead and use this one. It's better to actually kind of develop your own graphic image, and I know that you guys have to get your stuff approved, and a lot of you have marketing departments. So if you have a marketing department that is willing to help you develop custom graphics, make sure everything's compliant, I really suggest doing that. But for the sake of an example, I wanted to kind of show you guys this. So there it is. Now I'm going to do my headline. So you know, let's go with something like let's do have rent versus buy, rent versus buying versus buy, versus buy. Is it a good time to buy? I would do maybe rent versus buy. You could do like, you know, become, you know, pre-approved, something along those lines. But I'm not going to be a word wizard for you guys right now. But if you really you want to put some thought into what that headline is, because this is what's going to show up right here. Then under the text is learn more about our pre-approval process to see if you qualify to buy your first home. All right, so we got the learn more button. This is what it looks like on mobile, which is the most important. Mobile is the most important with your website. Mobile is the most important with your advertisements. Mobile is the most important aspect of your advertising and your web presence. So then under the news link description, this is a good spot to put in things like your NMLS number. This is a good place to put in the address of, the office address, name of your business, anything like that. You can also, if you wanted to, you can put your NMLS number in there. But all this stuff, again, like I said, send it to your compliance department. Even if what I would even consider doing before you were to, go live with an ad like this is screenshot this, or, I would take a picture of the screen and send it to your approval department and say, hey, does this work? And what do I need to change? Display link, I would put something like click. Actually, I hate the word click. We'll do that. Sometimes you got to tell people what to do, right? Click to learn about our, click to be pre-qualified. All right. There you go. So now you can see this will fill in right here. Click to be pre-qualified. Some of the stuff, won't show up on the mobile one. Most important, get your NMLS number there. Instagram looks fantastic. If you want to make sure that it shows up on your Instagram, for compliancy, you can put your MLS number in here. Whatever you need to do. So that's it. That's how you run an ad. There's all kinds of different ones you can do. That's showing you one example. What it comes down to Facebook, you got to test out some different concepts. If you want me to look at your ad campaigns, or if you want me to kind of just see what you're working on, you can always take a screenshot or record a video like this and send it my way, and I'll take a look at it and give you some of my input. So anyways, these are some campaigns. Again, you can mess around with this if you're working with reverse mortgages, you working with conventional FHA, VA, whatever program you're running that you want to do, you can target that audience using Facebook ads. So anyways, I hope that gives you a good insight on the power of Facebook ads and how that works in the mortgage world. So have a fantastic day. Thanks. Bye.